Hey class, I'll be posting my video on 5 traits of an effective teacher in the classroom. Sorry it's a couple of days late. I came down with a little cold last week, but anywho, here we go. So the 5 traits I have is dedicated, compassionate, fair, tough, and respected. Let's start at the top of the list with dedicated. We're going into a very serious profession where if you're not dedicated 100% to your work and your students, then you should go find another career. The whole point of being a teacher is not for yourself and for benefits, but the benefit of the students and them facilitating some type of learning. So it's important to be dedicated and engaged with your students, and they sense that if you're disconnected, or they sense that, and probably your bosses will sense that too. Second, compassionate. It's important to have understanding of the students and be compassionate towards them because the students come from, many different backgrounds. Some of them are well off, some of them are poor, some of them have family troubles at home. So it's important to be compassionate to the students and get an understanding of how they live outside the classroom and not just in the time frame that you have them. The other is fair. Fair is very complicated because fair doesn't necessarily mean two things are the same. Like, for example, special needs students in your class, and he gets accommodations to take a test elsewhere. But you have other students in your class that don't get those accommodations, but they might not necessarily need those accommodations. And same thing with grading a paper. Um, if somebody has something really good, but somebody has something better, then what do you give the kid that has something worse? Do you penalize them for that? Do you give them a 95? Or do you give both kids the 100? Or do you give one kid an extra credit? So it's a hard task of, find what's fair and what's not fair. The third is tough, and I've dealt with this at my fieldwork for the first time. Behavior management and being tough on students when you need to is key, because if you're not tough and you're a pushover, then the kid will run right over you, and you can't have that in the classroom. So it's important to be tough but fair, not seem like you're undermining them or undermining how they are, but just so you're tough to get control of your classroom and make sure you get through a lesson. Um, the last step I had on this, the last trait, is respected. If you're not respected by the class and the teacher, the kids aren't going to do the work, especially if you're in a rougher district. Um, if you have that respect with the kids that show that, you respect them, they respect you, they're more inclined to listen to what you have to say, especially when you're saying something interesting. If you're not respected, you could be saying something interesting that kids might even care about, but they're not going to listen to you because they don't respect you. But if they respect you, they will be more inclined to care about what you have to say and um, listen. So, dedicated, compassionate, fair, tough, and respected. Those are the keys to being an effective teacher, I guess. That ends the video. So, I'll see you later.